What's up, guys, and welcome back to GMAN Sports. Today we're talking about AB de Villiers. Yes, he's back in the news because the T20 World Cup is just around the corner, and Mr. AB de Villiers is wanting to come out of retirement to join the South African cricket team in assisting them to maybe get far in the T20 World Cup. For those, obviously, you will all know, AB de Villiers retired just before last year's Cricket World Cup, and it shocked the world because we thought he would stick on and take the Proteas into this World Cup and hopefully give us that extra boost that we needed and we so desperately missed in the tournament. But unfortunately, he wanted to retire to be with family. He did, however, continue his provincial league, playing in the Bangladesh League, Pakistan League, Big Bash that he's just joined this year, the MSL, which is our Mzansi League, as well as the domestic league for the Momentum One Day Cup and T20 cricket, all T20 and ODI cricket, but AB was still going strong, and obviously he's so well known in India playing in the IPL. He has been set a deadline, however. If he wants to play for the Proteas and come out of retirement, he needs to join the Proteas in the tour versus Sri Lanka, which is taking place in June, right after the IPL. Mark Boucher said you can play, but you have a deadline because you can't just be thrown into this World Cup squad, and I couldn't agree more. Think of it. There are guys who have been up and coming, who are putting their hands up, like Yano Malan, and all these chaps, Klaassen, etc., players who are starting to perform, and players who have been there for the Proteas for quite some time. And now we got the big guns, the king himself, AB de Villiers, wanting to return back. And just like that, if he comes into the World Cup and you kick someone out who's been loyal to the team, who's been committed to the team, it's completely unfair. So I think it's a good choice from Mark Boucher to get AB into the squad and to be getting some warm-up games. If I was the leadership, I would have had him already going to India to get some good, solid game time in. I think it's Sri Lanka, and then we play either West Indies and some other teams, but it's not a lot. I would have liked him to have a good challenge against Australia, a good challenge against India. I know he's brilliant and he's going to have a solid time in the IPL, but he needs international experience. But at least he's going to get some international game time, because it's not fair if he gets thrown in. Obviously, AB de Villiers is one of the world's greatest. He can play shots like no other. He can take a team from down in the dumps to a winning score. He's done it for South Africa numerous occasions. He's done it in his provincial career as well. If you have an opportunity to have AB de Villiers, you're a fool if you turn him down, because of the quality that this man brings to a cricket field. Not only that, he's obviously got some experience in leadership. He's been around for the game for so long, and he's an outstanding fielder. And if your keeper gets injured, he can do that as well. AB de Villiers can pretty much do anything on a field, and therefore it will be very good and important to have him back in the South African squad. So many people have called for AB to come back. People have been desperate for the man to show his colours. For me, for those who've been following me or walking towards GMAN, I've obviously expressed my opinions of him. The man was my hero. I loved the guy. I thought he was brilliant. He's a great person on and off the field, but I felt his retirement was at the wrong time, and I also felt that he said he wanted to reduce his cricketing time to focus on his family. In that time, before he retired, he had already decided when or when not he will play Test cricket. He pretty much decided how he wanted to play his career, which for me wasn't fair, and I was already upset with him at that time. So when he retired, I think he got an ultimatum: you either play or you retire. To me, what he should have done, retire from Test cricket and focus on T20 and ODI, and then once the World Cup's done, retire from ODI and focus on T20 cricket, because to reduce your limit of cricket when he didn't really play much, and then he signs on for the provincial leagues, that pretty much upset me quite a bit, and I lost a little bit of respect for him for those reasons. Look, I know these guys have families, it's a job, it's a career, you follow where the money goes, but when you claim you committed to your country and all that stuff, and that's all you think about, and then do all these things, it's a bit hard to for hard pill to swallow for me on that one. But he's played well. He's a great cricketer, and I'll be glad to see him back in the Proteas squad. But he needs to play international cricket. He can't just be thrown in, because that will be completely unfair. So, AB de Villiers is on his way back for the T20 Cricket World Cup, but he needs to play on the tour in Sri Lanka. That is his deadline. Will he make it? I'm pretty sure he will. I think he's hungry to end off his career on a great note and not this negative talk that a lot of people are talking about. It's not just me. And I think he'll want to sign off with a bang, and let's hope he can do it. I don't think South Africa will win the T20 World Cup, but I do think we can give it a good fight. And if we can get to knockout stages, maybe a possible semi-final, then well done, and what a comeback. We're rebuilding, we've got new management. And also, just to add on to AB's story, AB obviously was under the bad management of Cricket South Africa, the bad administration, the odd coaching staff. Now everything's fixed. You've got Grant Smith at the helm, new coach. They were all good mates. He probably feels safer to come back. So I just wanted to add that part in for those who maybe think I'm being a bit too harsh, but that was also reasoning as to why he stepped down. Let's wait and see what happens, but hopefully we'll see him back in the green and gold for the Proteas soon. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new. We're almost at 200 subscribers, so share it wide. Let's get to 300 next. Thanks so much for watching. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.